efficiently and effectively. Now, the role of a teacher as a leader of teaching planning process and as a management in existing varied needed tasks for enhancing the efficiency and also effectiveness of the teaching system becomes very important. So as a result of that, the teachers need to have certain idea related to the administrative process and also the institutional management. And in addition to the managerial capabilities of the teachers needed by a teacher, he should be well acquainted with the administrative procedure as well, used for the holistic growth and development of the institution. So this is the background of this topic, institutional management and administrative process. Now I shall let you know the some important concept or the component of institutional management and administrative procedure. Screen is visible, I hope.
Yes, sir, visible.
Now, the agenda of this presentation is like that: the institutional management, institutional planning, institutional finance, the financial aspect of it also, the partnership and parenting, uh, like that, parenting, like counseling, coaching, and partnership, like various activities like alumni activity and other things. And also I'll be talking about the mentoring, guidance, and also counseling. So there are a lot of issues related to this institutional management and administrative procedure. But here I'll be talking about that institutional management and institutional planning, finance, and also the planning and partnering and mentoring, also the counseling part of it. Now, broad objective I have already mentioned of this topic is that to manage the institute or institutional management and administrative procedure. It is to make the faculty or the support staff faculty or support staff of the education institution to effectively or efficiently manage the department or the institute. So this is the purpose of the institutional management administrative procedure. Just a minute. Yeah, I was talking about that to make the faculty or the education institution to effectively and efficiently manage the department or the institution. That is the purpose of this particular topic. Now, there are a lot of issues, a lot of terminologies are associated with this particular institutional management and administrative procedure, like operational management and operations management, that input output concept or concept of system management, then various resources, then strategy or strategic planning, and also various component or various subdivision of it. Then sometimes the goal, and sometimes the strategy, the plan, and also that strategic planning, teamwork, mission, vision, and all that. So as you all know that sometimes these are some of the common issues normally used to see while talking about the institutional management, that sort of things are also being to be discussed in this particular presentation. Now here, let me talk about the, since we are talking about the institutional management and administrative procedure, so let me discuss something related to the institutions. What do you mean by the institutions? So institutions, as you know, that there should be some formal relationship or informal relationship, or informal rules guided by all the members, and and as a result of that, that they will develop certain kind of, activities or something like that. The formal or informal rules that are organize the social, political, or economic relationship, that is called the institutions. They are the system to established and also the prevalent social rules that structure the social interaction. Okay, that is basically that the different people will be there, and they are kind of, they will be having certain kind of structural relationship, and they will be following certain kind of prevalent established rules. Okay, that is for the institutions. Some common characteristics of the institutions, whatever may be the type of institution, it should have certain kind of common characteristics. One is called the distinct purpose, that can be expressed in a goal or maybe a set of goals. Every institution should have the different purpose or unique purpose. Say, for example, institution like our Senativity or Kolkata, an institution like Polytechnic or engineering college may not be the same purpose, having certain kind of different purpose. So as a result of that, it should have certain kind of distinct and also the unique purposes, which can be expressed. I mean, the purposes can be expressed in terms of goals or maybe the set of goals. This is number one. Number two, people can come and work together to achieve the institution goal through a set of decision and also that work activities. So this is also another kind of characteristics, common characteristics. You can say that people can come and work together to achieve the institution goal. As already mentioned, the first point, that there should be certain kind of goal or the set of goals. The purpose of such institution is to achieve the institutional goal through a set of decision making and also through a number of activities. Okay, so goal normally to be achieved by taking certain decision and also by undertaking certain kind of activity. So this is called the two important characteristics, common characteristics of institutions. There are various type of institutions out there. You can say that depending upon the activities that institutions are involved, that may be categorized into various category of institutions. One is called the cultural institutions, another is called the economic type of institution dealing with the economic related issues. The cultural institutions dealing with the cultural aspect of it, including the religious type of institutions, and the recreational institutions, which deal with the recreational aspect, which people sometimes needed. social control type of institution. It requires certain kind of social involvement and also solving certain kind of social problem. The cultural type of institutions, for transmitting the social heritage, like the family, like the school, like church, and also religious type of institution that comes under the purview of the cultural type of institutions. Economic type of institutions for organizing and also the of service of utility like bank service, like your insurance service, labor union relationship, commercial or also industrial enterprises. These are some of the example of the economic type of institutions. Recreational institutions like cinema hall, theater, movie hall, and all that, for satisfying the human desire of entertainment, amusement, also the play purpose of it. And finally, the social control type institutions like various NGOs are there, NGOs, non-government organization. They are supposed to help the societal people for solving certain kind of social problem or even the individual problem or personal problem. And as a result of the problems, to increase the personality of the individual. So these are the various types of institutions in our society. Depending, as already mentioned, that depending upon the activities, the institution may be categorized. Next one is called the management. Next one is called the management. The management. Next one is called the management. Management, all as you all know, that is an art and science of getting things done through and with the people. Through and with the people in a formally organized group. It is an art of creating an environment in which people can perform and also individual can cooperate towards attainment of certain goals. So this is a very comprehensive and very organized definition of management. It's sometimes called the art of getting things done, or maybe the science of getting things done, and things can be done by and with the people in a formally organized group. Okay, people are will be there and they will be organized in a certain kind of group. Okay, and it is an art of creating the environment in which people can perform by motivating themselves as an individual and can cooperate towards certain kind of group goals, or maybe the goal of the for achieving the goals of the organization. So this is called the management and the purpose of management. And this definition of management is applicable to define the management of any type of organization. And management activities, if we talk about the, is normally known as the managerial activities and also the managers, those who are managing the management activities, that can be considered as the managerial skills. The managerial skills are having 3 dimensions, and similarly managerial activities can be considered also the 3 dimension. Now, for example, the managerial activity, we talk about that. It's first one is called the informational, another is called the decisional, third one is called the interpersonal. Okay, so these are called the the different managerial activities. The managers are supposed to work together. The managers are supposed to work by managers are supposed to do certain activities by considering the 3 different activities like informational, decisional, and interpersonal, and all the 3 activities are maybe subdivided into many components or many subdivisions. Okay. Second one is called the managerial skills. If we talk about the managerial skills again can be subdivided into 3 categories. One is called the technical skill, another is called human skill, and finally the conceptual skill. But the skills as being mentioned over here differs from the organizational level to organizational level. I mean that organizational level means the organization hierarchy. For example, that the people the traditional organization hierarchy, like the pyramidal hierarchy, like the top level, middle level, and functional level kind of things. That all the manager skill may not be the similar in all organization hierarchy or all organizational level. For example, the top level people should be very sound in terms of the conceptual skill, and middle level people, they should be very sound in terms of human skill, and also the down level people or top middle and lower level people, they should be very sound in terms of the technical skill. So a manager belongs to the lower level who is supervising many technicians, so they should be very sound in terms of the technical skill along with the human skill. And the middle level managers who is managing that some of the the lower level people also, they should be very sound in terms of the human skill. And conceptual skill means that idea or related innovative idea and similar kind of skill that top level people should be very sound in terms of sound. So this is called the managerial skills, so that managers are performing their activities by following or undertaking these managerial skills like technical, human, and also the conceptual. Now, if we talk about the core part of this presentation, the component of institutional management. The institutional management, for managing the institute, as rightly pointed out at the beginning of the presentation, if we try to manage the institute, then what should be the component? First one is called the organization and also the management of curricular activities, and second one is called the organization and management of the co-curricular activities. First one is called the management and organization of the curricular activities and also the co-curricular activities. Co-curricular activities, you understand that as per the ICT, you have to follow the, you have to maintain the co-curricular activities by the student with the help of the respective teacher, and you need to have the appropriate facility over there. But if you talk about that management of the curricular activities, sometimes it is the responsibility of the respective teacher by following the respective norms of the AICTE or even the statutory council like State Council of Technical Education, Bureau of Technical Education, or even the university. And accordingly, they are supposed to frame the curriculum or also revise the curriculum, which may be implemented for the teaching learning purpose. So these are the two important components of the institutional management. The one is curricular activities and another is called the co-curricular activities. Now, objective of the institutional management, although I have mentioned in my second slide, third slide, but still let me once again mention that objective of the institutional management. The achievement of the institutional objectives, as already pointed out, that as I have already mentioned, that different type of institutions are having the different type of objectives. The achievement of such objectives is one of the objective of the institutional management. Improvement of the planning, organizing, and also implementing the institutional activities and the process and also the programs is also another of the activities or another objective. Improvement of the different activities, subcomponent of the management activities like planning, organizing, implementing or institutional activities and process and also the programs. Ensure optimum utilization of the resources, both human resource at the same time non-human resources. Optimum utilization of the human resources like teachers, non-teaching staff, and student, and their qualification, their experience, and optimum utilization by engaging them in a suitable, a suitable manner is called that optimum utilization of the human resources. Third one is for the enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of the institutional infrastructural facility also. This is also true, the optimum utilization of the infrastructural facilities. Okay, sometimes that, people are demanding that we do not have sufficient infrastructure to manage that, departmental activity, but it has been observed that many institutions do not, utilize the optimum resources. The existing resources for managing the activities. So as a result of that, do not ask the additional resources. Try to, utilize whatever the resources already available in optimal way. And only if you feel that there should be some basic resources without which that institution cannot be managed or run, then you can demand or you can ask it for. Enhance the employee job satisfaction. This is also another objective of institutional management. When the people are happy with your organization or not, it is the responsibility of the teacher manager or the institutional or administrator, whether the people are motivated in terms of the job they have been given. As a result of that, if you feel that they are not happy with their respective job, you'll have to take certain other mechanism like job design and job, kind of rotation kind of things. Okay, you can give certain other job, you can enhance the job kind of thing. There are certain mechanism like job design and job rotation kind of things. Another is called the manage the conflict effectively. You'll find out that many organization or any organization there is certain situation is maybe known as a conflicting situation. Conflicting situation is a common aspect. Without the conflicting situation, that institute cannot run effectively or properly. So you'll have to manage the conflicting situation in a judicious manner, and still you'll have to progress after managing the conflicting situation. So that's why manage the conflicting situation effectively and efficiently is another institutional management objectives. And also the improve the communication. Communication plays a very significant role in particularly I'm talking about the organizational communication. Many of the things fail because of the communication is not proper. Organizational communication is not proper. Some miscommunication or improper communication or inadequate communications. So channel of communication or methodology of communication. These are some of the things that it is one of the important objectives of the institutional management to improve the communication facility or communication procedure, so that you can easily achieve the objectives of the institute. So these are some of the objectives of the institutional management. Dimension of the institutional management. There are various dimensions of institutional management are there. First one is called the management of curriculum. Second one is called the management of human resource, management of finance, and management of infrastructure. So these are some of the dimensions of institutional management. Dimensions of management are like that: management of curriculum, management of human resource, management of finance, management of infrastructure. So let me discuss one by one. Now, curriculum, you understand the management of curriculum. Management of curriculum means that how the curriculum are being maintained or managed or converting it into teaching learning system or effective teaching learning system. Okay, so when you are supposed to develop or supposed to revise the curriculum, some common things that you need to understand. Okay, I hope that some of the teachers, if not all the teachers, some of the teacher or majority of the teachers, you are involved in curriculum revision and development process as per the instruction of the university or maybe the state council, or maybe that as per the guidelines of the AICT or kind of things. And you understand that in today's scenario, that AICT model curriculum has already been available for the diploma and degree courses for almost all subjects. So in that case, you can straightway follow that particular curriculum with a certain modification as per the suitability of your respective organization or the respective locality. Now, there is certain issue that you need to address the what curriculum to be developed or curriculum to be designed, the curriculum to be revised. One is called the relevance. The question that you can ask, so that whether it has got certain relevancy or not. Is the curriculum relevant in terms of the context, in terms of the content in a changing environment? Curriculum is normally when you are supposed to revise and develop, so you'll have to think about the latest content of it, particularly for the technical curriculum. Sometimes if you try to develop a curriculum or revise a curriculum and the content you are developing or content you are putting just 10 years back, so that is not the proper way for revising or even developing the curriculum. So that's why the curriculum should be relevant in terms of the present context or even the contemporary content. Utility. Will the knowledge or the skill imparted to the student enhance the long-term employability or to make them employable in future? This is also another question. Will the knowledge or the skill imparted through this particular curriculum or towards the student enhance their long-term employment or make them employable, or as a part of the employability, to enhance their employability? Whether that skill, knowledge, and attitude will be imparted as a part of your curriculum will help that the student to make them employable, kind of thing. This is the question. Employable, if you ensure the student are employable, they will be one step ahead to get the job. Understand? The employment opportunities are not there, that is a different story, but to make your student employable is ultimately the objective of the technical institutions. Social responsibility. This is also another dimension of curriculum. And does the curriculum make the student social responsible citizen of the nation who are aware of the social, environmental, and also ethical responsibility? This is nowadays as per that kind of NEP 2020 or even some of the ICT norms, that it is many times said that you develop your curriculum, the students should be developed in such a way that they should be considered, or they should be responsible. They should be considered as a responsible citizen of the nation and would be aware in terms of their social, environmental, and also ethical responsibilities. Fundamental values of knowledge. Does the content have the persistent cultural implication, whether the fundamentals or the essential values and knowledge are there in the curriculum when you are supposed to develop or supposed to revise your curriculum? So that is also another thing that you will have to keep in mind. That is the irrespective of the branch of the specialization, you have to think about it. Critical thinking. Does the content of the curriculum compel the student to think critically? This is, in today's context, we are talking about that. Very much important aspect, that curriculum should be designed and developed in such a way that will compel the student to think critically or think innovatively. Understand? So this is the things, that question that you'll have to ask before involving in curriculum revision and development process. Student enrichment. This is also another. Will the content enhance the immutable experience and also values of the student life? That after all, after undergoing that particular subject through this particular curriculum, whether the student will be enriched in terms of the teachable knowledge and skills and attitude. That is also another aspect that you look to. And the student enrichment, if student enhance content, enhance immutable experience and values of the student in terms of the student enrichment, in line with the demand of the industrial requirement. Next one, let me talk about the management of human resources. Management of human resources. Management of human resources, understand how we can manage the human resources. That you should have certain kind of resources, both may be divided in terms of non-human resources and others called the human resources. Now let me talk about the how human resources can be managed properly. Selecting and also retaining the qualified talent through effective human resource planning, means recruitment, selection, placement, compensation, also the promotion and policy. Not only selecting the people, but you will have to take appropriate measure that the people will be stay back for a long period of time. Proper people are experienced and qualified people, and for ensuring that that you will be staying for a long period, whatever is required to, whatever action is required, you will have to do it. Understand? Selecting and also the retraining, and as a part of it, that sometimes the training and retraining of the people from time to time is very essential for this particular purpose. Developing and also the building required skill competencies. This is also capabilities through training and orientation, also performance program. Required skill, for example, as already mentioned, that curriculum being developed in line with the present day technology, but your people are not being trained. So as a result of that, people may not be conversant for running that or handling that particular technology. So in that case, what happened that you'll have to train them properly, understand, in line with the developing the curriculum, understand. So this is also very true. This is not only the technology, this is also true for management also, for management process, management concept and all that, you'll have to train from time to time to your people. Securing support and also the cooperation. Employees through motivation, participation, and also the grievance handling process. Support and cooperation, you will have to ensure that people will be helping you for achieving the goal of the organization. Okay, and as a result of that, they should participate in all activities supported by you. And there should not be any kind of grievance between various group, between one group to management or something like that. Understand? And they all should be motivated to cooperate that authority for achieving the goal of the organization. Ensuring that the institution will have a team of competent and also the dedicated employees in future. So this is sometimes that, for example, there are some seniors, those who will be retiring, or there are some seniors from junior, they will be seniors. And for running the organization, sometimes there's some seniors will be held responsible. And as a result of that, it is the responsibility of the respective head of the institution to make such kind of seniors who will be held responsible for running the institutions. Understand? That is true for every organization. Okay. And who can be considered the representative of the entire organization for showcasing the organization as a result of that, as a matter of fact. Now here, let me give some idea regarding the administration and also differentiate between the administration and management. Administration means overall determination of policies. You know that setting of major objectives, the identification of general purposes, and also laying down the broad programs and projects. This is called the concept of administration. Basically, overall determination of the policies, setting of major objectives is the purpose of administration, and also identification of general purposes and laying down the broad programs and projects, also the purpose of the administration. Management and administration, let me also differentiate. Management carries out the decision taken by the administration, as quite obvious that decisions to be taken by the administration, and managers or management, they are supposed to carry out this particular decision. The function of the administrations are legislative and also largely determinative in nature, and management are executive and also largely governing in nature. Administration and at a higher pedestal belongs to the higher pedestal, and also the management belongs to the lower pedestal of the organization hierarchy. So these are the some of the area where you can really differentiate between the management and also the administration. Now here specifically, let me give some point where you can differentiate between the management and administration. First one is called the meaning. First one is called the meaning. Based on certain, based on certain functions, and also based on certain basis that we can differentiate between the management and administration. The first one is called the meaning. On the basis of meaning, the management is an art of getting things done through and with the people by directing their efforts towards achievement of the objective. This is called the definition or the meaning of management. Whereas administration concerns formulation of broad policies, plans, and objectives. So this is the meaning of administration. Another basis, based on the basis of nature, management involves execution, to execute something, whereas administration involves major decision making. And as already told you that administration, they are supposed to take decision, and management, they are supposed to implement that particular decision or execute that decision. Based on the process, management decides who should do it and how it should be done. Administration decides what to do and when it to be done. Okay, so this is both are integrating together. What to do and when it to be done, and the administration and management talks about the who should do and how it should be done. So this is the basic difference between the management and administration. On the basis of function. Management is a doing function because managers get work done under their supervision. Administration is a thinking function because the plans and policies are determined under it. In terms of the skill, if we talk about the human skill and technical skills are related, so for the management, but in case of, as already told you, that there are three types of skill: human skill, conceptual skill, and it's kind of technical skill. But in case of management, that human skill and technical skill is more important, but in case of administration, that human skill and conceptual skill is more important. And association in terms of the level, lower level and also middle level functions are normally known as management functions, and the top level functions are normally known as administrative functions. On the basis of applicability, it is broadly applicable to the business or the profit-making organization. But in case of administration, it is applicable to non-business or non-profit-making organization. But sometimes administration is also applicable in a profit-making organization also. Influence: managers value the opinions, belief, and also decisions of the managers. Influence management decisions. But administration talks about the government policies, public opinion, religious beliefs, custom, etc. influence the decisions of the administration. If we talk about the status, paid employees of the organization are the constituent of the management, are the owner of the enterprise who earn the return on investment on the profits are represented as the administration. Now here, let me talk about the institutional management process. What are the components of institutional management? The management functions are normally categorized into different categories like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. These are called the management functions. And popularly, if you want to understand or if you have to know it, the management functions in a long-term basis, then sometimes it can be remembered by understanding the concept of POSTC or post-goal. That it is a very short form as being described by Luther Bullick. That if you know this particular short form, you can understand the management function. The POSD meaning is like that. P stands for planning, O stands for organizing, staffing, then directing, then coordinating, then reporting, and also the budgeting. So these are called that, according to Luther Bullick, these are called the management functions. Similarly, another expert in the field of management, Kunz and O'Donnell, they have also mentioned that management functions are like the planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling kind of things. Okay, controlling kind of. The moral is the same thing they have suggested by the different expert in the field of management. And basically, if you try to remember the management functions are like that: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Now, let me give certain kind of planning in detail with certain kind of correlation with certain other functions. Institutional planning. According to Kunz and O'Donnell, the planning is deciding in advance what to do and how it should be done and who is going to do it. Planning bridges the gap between the present position to the future position, where we are and where we want to go. That is called the planning purpose. And here, this planning purpose is planning process is being described with associated with certain kind of functions. Planning is sometimes known as the managerial functions. Planning is managerial function, as already known that planning organizing. The first function of management is called the planning. Second one is called the planning is goal oriented towards the goal. Goal oriented planning is pervasive, wide spectrum that you have to think about. That planning is not restricted, confined to one particular aspect. It's a wide spreading activities. It is a continuous activity. It's not like that one time you have planned and sometimes that your planning process has been stopped. The planning process is a continuous process. Planning is an intellectual process that you need to think, you need to rethink, you need to put your intellectual ability to it. Planning process is called that kind of futuristic process also. The planning to be done based on the future activities also, and also the planning is called the decision making process. So these are the some of the component associated with the planning process, organizational planning process, according to Kunz and O'Donnell. Now let me talk about the steps in planning process. The setting of goals and objective. The steps in planning process is like that: setting of goals and objective. First step is called the setting of goals and objectives. Second one is called the developing the planning premises. Third one is called the assessing the alternatives for achieving the goal, and subsequently choosing the best alternative. Then formulating the derivative plan. Third one is called the ensuring the support and participation, and last one is called the follow-up and also the appraisal. So these are sometimes called the different steps in the planning process: setting up goals, developing the plans, assessing the alternatives, formulating the derivative plans, ensuring the support and participation, finally follow-up and also the appraisal. So these are called the steps in planning process. Institutional planning and its objectives are like that. As according to one gentleman, he was the former educational advisor of the Government of India. His name is Mr. J.P. Nayak, has listed following 4 objectives of the institutional planning. Giving the freedom to the teacher. If you talk about the institutional planning specifically, he said that, give freedom to the teacher, making the good or effective teacher. This is also another one. Involving every teacher in the formulation and also implementing the institutional plan, implementation plan, and emphasize what can be done by mobilizing the existing resources. So according to him, he listed the following 4 objectives of the institutional planning process. It's very important in the present day context. Giving the freedom to the teacher, making the good and effective teacher, involving everyone in the formulation or implementing the institutional plan, emphasizing what can be done by mobilizing the existing resources. Different types of plan may be adopted by the institute by the to supervise the supervise and direct the institutional activities are like that. As you know that there are 3 types of commonly used plans: strategic, tactical, and also the operation plan. But all the plans are interrelated or interconnected to each other. Okay. All the 3 plans are somehow interrelated or interconnected to each other, as operational plan lead to the accomplishment of tactical plan, and which in turn leads to the accomplishment of the strategic plan. So you cannot really isolate one plan to another plan. Okay, out of the 3: strategic, tactical, and also that operational plan. These are the example of the 3 different types of plan. First one is called the operational plan, covers that entire organization goals and objectives and puts into practice the way and action steps to achieve the strategic plans, and that may be characterized as a very short-term plans, usually less than 1 year. Tactical plan also that creates the blueprint for the large strategic plan. These plans are often short-term plan and may be carried out by the middle-level managers. And finally, the strategic plan is very important from the organizational point of view. Involves the analyzing the competitive opportunities and threats, as a part of a SWOT analysis, as well as the strength and weaknesses of the organization, and determining how to position or reposition the organization to complete effectively in the environment. Okay, so these are called the 3 different types of plan. One is called the operation plan, and the tactical plan, and finally the strategic plan. A model of strategic plan. And let me share overview that Mr. Bryson in 1988 has developed a model for carrying out the strategic planning in public and non-public organization, non-public and also non-profit making type of organization. This model represents the strategic plan as a cyclical process consisting of 8 different steps. Okay. So according to Mr. Bryson, the strategic planning models are like that. consisting of the 8 different steps or 8 different models. First one is called that 8 different steps are like that. First one is called that initiate the strategic planning process according to Bryson. Second one is called the clarify the mandate and mission. Third one is called the conduct the SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat analysis. Identify the thrust area after conducting the SWOT analysis. Formulate the goals and identify the issues related to each of the thrust area. Formulate the strategies and projects again related to each of the thrust area. Develop the work plan and action plan, and develop the mission and develop the vision. So these are called the 8 different steps associated in the strategic planning process, and as a part of the strategic planning model has been suggested by Mr. Bryson. And some of the terminology it has been used over here, you'll find out that some of the things are thinly connected, some of the things are thickly connected over here. Okay, for example, that they clarify the mandate and mission and conduct the SWOT and SWOT analysis is thinly connected, and also clarify the mandate and mission is also thickly connected with the development of vision. Okay, and also thrust area and also formulate the strategy and projects. It is also connected to the clarify mandate and conduct the SWOT analysis and all that. But here one thing you'll have to understand that what is mission, what is vision, and also that what is mandate. Mandate, mission, vision, I think that that institutional mission and institutional vision, okay, for which the institution is being established. But here mandate is also very important to know that before starting that strategic planning process, you need to understand what is your mandate. The mandate, you understand, this is basically done through act of parliament and extra parliament. For example, NIT Pilter Kolkata, what is the mandate? What NIT Pilter's mandate is to start the polytechnic or to revamp the polytechnic education system is called the mandate of NIT Pilter Kolkata. Understand? So, so this is the thing that you have to keep in mind. So sometimes you are not supposed to do or involve in any activity which does not be under the mandate, does not fall into the mandate. So this is called the strategic planning model as being suggested by Mr. Bryson. Already pointed out that different types of plan, the tactical plan and also operational plan. The tactical plan are the strategies that the head of the institution adopts to achieve the objectives set by the strategic plan. A tactical plan is concerned with what the lower level units within each department must do and how they must do it, and how is the in charge of each level can do it. Okay. Similarly, operational plans are the ones developed for short term, may be even less than 1 year. Function of this plan is to determine actions or activities to be performed so as to maintain the strategies and the technical plans or tactical plans effectively. So these are called the relationship between the tactical plan and also operational plan. Now here, let me discuss very quickly. Although all of you know that concept of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis as a part of your strategic planning process is very important. SWOT analysis is conducted in order to identify the organizational internal strength and weaknesses, and also opportunity and threat posed by the external environment to that particular organization. So this is basically the internal scan and also the external scan. In line with the external demand, you will have to align yourself so that you can meet the demand of the external situation. That is the purpose of the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, that what is strength, what is weaknesses, what is opportunity and threat. The strength is basically the internal things that we have that are good or we can handle it properly or we can handle it well, is called the strength. Similarly, weaknesses, internal things that we do not have or we do not handle properly, is called the weaknesses. Similarly, opportunities are also there, internal factors that may help in achievement of our mission is called the opportunity. And similarly, external factor that may barriers that may be considered the barriers to achievement of our mission is called the threat. Now, point is that how we can consider the SWOT analysis. What are the different parameters based on which that you can collect that kind information or data for conducting the SWOT analysis, because conducting of the SWOT analysis needs certain kind of data. Now, question is that from where you can collect the data. Now, for internal scan or internal analysis, the guide is to examine the 4 P's. I mean, the 4 P's are the 4 different parameters based on which that information are to be collected. Apart from these 4 P's, some other parameter may be considered for collecting the specific information, but these are the some 4 parameter, general parameter, which may be considered for collecting the information or the data. First one is called the people. The people, what kind of people, what is their experience, length of service, unique qualification, and all that. Okay, so that that information you have to collect. Properties, what are the different properties or infrastructural facilities you have, how they are unique in terms of teaching learning process you are propagating, how these are unique in terms of the facilities the other colleges they are having. Okay, how these are unique in terms of producing the desirable product suitable for the industries. Process means that what are the different process that you are following for implementing the teaching learning purpose, effective or efficient teaching learning process. For example, the curriculum revision and development, and then examination process, evaluation process, kind of things, question paper setting process, okay, routine preparation process, and all that. So these are the some other process, understand, admission process, and all that. And finally, the product. So what is the product you are producing? What is their quality? And what is also their quantity, kind of things that you'll have to inform or you'll have to correct as a part of it. That is called the internal scan. Similarly, for assessing that opportunity and threats from the external environment, sometimes you need to scan the external environment and you need to collect certain information based on certain parameter. That parameters are popularly known as that STWP. That STWP is the short form. Its full name is called the social, technological, economical, environmental, and political. These are the some of the parameter based on which that you have to collect that information. Apart from this particular specific parameter, you may have certain other parameter based on which you can collect that information. Okay, and based on after collecting the information, you can do the necessary analysis and you can come to the conclusion what is the opportunity and threat for that organization. Accordingly, the organization need to align themselves to meet the demand. Mission and vision formulation of the educational organization. Mission and vision. The statement gives an institution the direction. The mission vision, the statement, you can say that gives an institution to the direction to work in future. Based on the vision of the institutional leaders, an institute prepares its goals and the targets, and also they prepare the strategy to achieve this particular goal. So this is the purpose of mission and vision. You understand that nowadays, as per that NBA accreditation process, the mission and vision of the department or mission and vision of the institute is very much important, which is basically called that direction of the future direction of the institution is basically is talks so far the mission and vision is concerned. While formulating the mission statement is the institutional planner needs to understand what is the mandate of the institutions. Okay, so this is also another way how we can formulate the mission. The institutional planners need to understand what is the mandate. Based on the mandate, that you have to fix that mission. Now, another important thing that you have to keep in mind, as rightly pointed out, that or many times I am talking about that institution has to reach the goal or achieve the goal. Now, what is the concept of goal? that and what is the dimensions of the goal that you can achieve. And it is very popular term in the management that there is a concept of SMART goal. When you are supposed to fix a goal or identify certain goal or objectives of your organization, that sometimes you have to be very careful. That should be very smart. SMART is also very short form or acronym that it is called as it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be realistic, and also it should be time bound kind of things. So these are called called that specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound kind of goal. Okay, now here, so in this particular SMART goal is sometimes very essential to know. Let me okay, so I'll be continuing with my session after having certain break. So let's have a break for 10 minutes. They can again I'll be continuing. I'll be continuing with my session after having a break for 10 minutes. Please wait. Huh?
Okay, can you hear me now? So Moscow sir is taking a break. So by that time, let me share you few basic things about this particular program. So myself, Dr. Arun Kumar Mandal, I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering in ITPR Kolkata. And Professor Naskar is a professor in the Department of Education and Management in ITPR Kolkata. So, we are very sorry for the inconvenience caused in the morning. So, because of some technical glitch, but now I think it's stable. So, actually, we wanted to try this Microsoft Teams platform, but there the controls are not so developed like Zoom. Okay, so anyway, so we will have one session in this digital tools also, so there you can understand a lot of things about this. And now we are going to use this Zoom platform and this particular link, as well as there are some Zoom ID and password that also sent to your mail. If not received, I'll send once more. And if you find that the Zoom is full, so then you can directly visit to our YouTube channel. Okay, so there is streaming going on. So I have shared the link. Let me show you once more in the chat box, Zoom chat box. If you visit, so I have disabled the chat right now because people were commenting. Let me post it once more. Yes. So here is the link for the YouTube channel. So if you can visit the YouTube channel link, so then you'll find that let me show you what is happening there. See, this is the link which I have posted in the chat box. If you just open it, then mechanical engineering, NIT Kolkata, this thing, it will open. And then after you click this live stream, advanced pedagogy. Okay, so every day you have to click if you want to join us through YouTube. Okay, and you see that uh, you can see whatever happening in Zoom that can be visible there. Okay, so this is one thing. And then let us talk about the assessment. Okay, before assessment, let me show you the schedule. So this is the tentative program schedule. So why we are calling it tentative? Because so this is a 2 weeks program and we have just started, and there will be like around uh, 5 to 6 faculty members. Even there might be more than that, who will be taking various sessions. Okay, so we are going to adjust the sessions as well as the topics also if required. Okay, so if you see, so today we are starting with the institutional management and administrative procedure, and then curriculum development in the second half, and then we'll have the orientation towards technical education, these values and ethics about the values and ethics in teaching. This was supposed to be taken by our honorable director, sir, but right now he is not in the campus. So maybe in the next week we'll adjust this session, but in this place we'll put some other faculty member, and then we'll be talking about the project work, skill evaluation, then rubrics for laboratory assessment, which is very much important. And then I'll be talking about NBA accreditation, and then we'll have session on concept map. Okay, this is one of our senior most faculty, like he's retired already. So he's going to take the session. And then content development for e-learning, because everyone is talking about MOOCs, online programs. Even you are right now in an online program, right? So we need to learn about that also. And another important topic, IPR and innovation. Okay, so which that is going to be taken by another senior faculty member from electrical engineering department, and then taxonomy in teaching learning. So this is another important issue while we'll be talking about this Bloom's taxonomy and all, and then flipped learning and tools, like as I said, the digital pedagogy and online mode teaching learning is a vital issue. So back to that, we have 2 sessions, and even use of media in teaching learning. This we may modify, because lifelong learning is going to be like held here. Okay, and this is one of the like very important aspect, this lifelong learning. So when we'll be having the session, you'll be understanding that. And then we'll have this assessment, evaluation, and testing. So this is going to be a very wonderful session, because you know that without assessment, you cannot measure. So what we are going to teach and what is the outcome, what exactly the students are going to get. So that is why we are having here in this particular program. So we are having around like 10, 20 assessments. Okay, at each and every step there will be some assessment. We'll talk about the assessment later. So then finally we'll have the online quiz, and this quiz also we may sit on Friday depending upon the availability of our director, sir, because this valedictory session is generally taken by the director in NIT Kolkata. And then we'll have the quality assurance in technical education. Again, this session is not the same as the NBA. Apart from NBA, there will be some other quality assurance methods, so which will be discussed here. So this is the overall schedule of the program which we have planned for you. And let me talk about the assessment. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, so here you can see this is the class timing which this mail already have sent to you. We'll start every day from what is that called? 10:30 to 1 p.m. And then we'll have quiz every day from 1 to 1:30, as well as in the second half, we have class timing from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and then 4:30 to 5 p.m. we'll have quiz. So this is the common schedule every day. And yeah, there might be some scenario when we may ask you to join a little bit early, or we may stretch the second half session a little bit more than the scheduled time. Okay, so apart from this, there will be two more tests like pre-test. Already this link is shared with you. Once more, I'm going to post the pre-test link to you all. Okay, so this is not only the pre-test, as well as all quiz or any kind of assessment will be for any kind of assessment, you have to follow this link. Okay, so in the pre-test, we are going to judge that what is your prior understanding before joining this program, and at the final test, we'll see what is the improvement in the performance. And apart from this, there will be some practicums. Means, so based on the topics like of everyday sessions, I'll be providing you some practical. So here we cannot call it practical because you are not doing some hands-on. So that is why we can call it a practicum. So where you may submit your handwritten practicals about various topics. Okay, so and this practical, so you know that we are having around 1,000 participants. So it is not possible to check everyone's practical in a day. That is why we'll be getting around 1 month deadline. So within 1 month, we'll be checking and we'll be compiling the marks, whatever you are achieving in all the tests. Okay, as well as attendance, we are automatically recording in Zoom. So it will be the total performance will be based on the attendance, based on the marks in all the quiz, as well as the submission of the practical. Okay, what you are writing. And for your understanding, let me clarify that you should not copy paste something from internet and upload it here. You have to write it in your own word and in your own hand. Okay, so for the quiz, every day after the session, the quiz will be automatically on. And then after the time is up, then you will not be able to find that particular link. Okay. So if you have any clarification, you may ask me right now. Any question, any clarification you want? No clarification is required. That's fine. I can see a lot of known faces. And because like this time we have floated this was because we have been told by various authorities that advanced pedagogy is due for many faculty members. So that is why we are allowing. So we initially thought that we'll not be allowing more than 500 participants, but we allowed because so from the state government, a lot of faculty members, they have already taken the permission in proper channel. So anyway, so we'll continue the session, and Professor Naskar will be continuing the session. And in between, if you have any doubt, query, you may raise your hand. I think you are muted. Let me just allow you to unmute. So then only you can speak. So I have allowed you to unmute yourself. Please.
Sir, can we take pre-test right now?
Yeah, pre-test you can take right now.
Okay.
Half an hour more it will be on. Please take it quickly.
Sir,
Sir,
any profile?
the material link.
One by
we are
one,
not
one by one, please. For material, I'll be sharing you one Google Drive link, not today, after 2-3 days. So in that same link, you open, you'll be getting all the materials together. Even at the end of the program, we'll be providing you the combined material for all the lectures in a book form. Okay.
You have sent a mail in that it's mandatory to join the
No,
Telegram
we are not using this Microsoft Teams anymore. So no
Okay.
need to worry about that, because initially we thought that we'll be adding everyone in the Microsoft Teams, and then there we can share the materials and all. So now we are
And
completely
also-
out of Microsoft Teams, and we'll be using Zoom. And please try to join the Telegram group, so that instantly you can get the communication from our side, or you can also communicate there. And
Okay.
everyone,
Whatever-
please do not post like good morning, good afternoon, hi, hello in the group as well as here. Okay, so even no
Sir,
need to mention from where you are, because otherwise the important information will be missed by others. And those sometimes you know, like what is the capacity of this classroom is 500. So sometimes if you find that it is showing you some error like it is full and all, so you are already having the YouTube live link. So you join there. So there you can watch as it is the stream of this particular program. Okay. Any question?
Sir,
You can
sir,
carry on.
sir, sir, yes, sir.
whatever
Sir,
the pretest
please,
we have done,
what's called like-
in that only the
Yes,
quiz one
same
quiz.
link for all quiz.
One day one quiz, in that only we have to mark it. no,
Yes,
sir?
day 1, day 2, day 3, even day 1, every day there will be 2 quiz.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
suppose
season
500
1, season 2.
capacity is full here, and one is watching through YouTube live streaming.
What
Then
about the
how
attendance?
the attendance will be recorded in that case?
That will take care, don't worry.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Sir,
And
I have
we can
one
send
question,
you
sir.
the attendance link also at the end of the day.
Sir, I have
we'll find
one
some way.
question, sir.
Don't worry.
Sir,
Right.
please, what's called explain again that one pretest, sir. I didn't get that one.
I have sent
Pretest.
a link for quiz. In that quiz link, you will find a lot of options. Let me show you.
Okay.
Just a minute. So this is the link for quiz. What you have to do, you have
Okay,
to
sir.
open it.
Okay.
Okay. So once you open it, so you'll be asked to sign in.
Okay.
After you sign in, you'll be getting this kind of options. And here,
Okay, sir.
after entering your email and full name without Dr. Mr. all these, institution and mobile number, you have to choose the test. See pre-test,
Okay.
quiz 1, day 1, quiz 2, day 2, quiz 1, day 2, quiz 2, day 2, like this. Okay.
Okay.
So, so once you select the desired option, so then you click next, you'll be getting all the questions.
Okay.
And every day you have to visit this link or twice a day, and you have to submit. And once you submit,
Okay, sir.
so then on after that also you'll be able to edit it. Okay. So to
Okay.
like minimize the number of attempts by the trainee, so it is allowed only once, but you'll be able to edit it every day.
Okay.
Okay. So for say day
Okay, sir.
2, you have to select quiz 2, but it is not uploaded yet. So once you click, so you'll be getting the submit option, nothing else. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So it will be
Thank you,
like
sir.
now you can
Yes,
see
sir.
the pre-test. but it won't be there after half an hour. I will be removing it.
Mhm.
So those who have not taken, so please take
Oh,
your
okay.
test, and so then you can proceed further. Even quiz 1 day 1 also, it's not on. See, because I have not
Mhm.
allowed it.
Mhm.
So now you got it.
So what is the
Yes, okay.
criteria?
Yes, sir. Yes.
with-
I got it.
Okay, sir.
What is
Hmm.
the criteria for the quiz? Is it any mandatory marks? 45%,
That
50%?
we'll see. Like I said, that your performance will be dependent upon the overall things. So not only pre-test, there will be every day two quiz test. So everything will be counted. Even there will be attendance link, and randomly I will be verifying who is present or not. Okay. So
Okay.
together we'll be assessing the performance of the participants, and even after the end of the course, there will be some practicals which you have to submit, and within 1 month we'll be checking, and then only it will be reflected in your it will be counted towards your certification.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, one thing, sir, I want to ask one question.
Mhm.
Sir, how do you taking the test of the practical?
Practical, I will be sending the questions, and then you have to write the answers in your own words, and then you have to upload. That upload link also you will be getting in this quiz link itself. That upload option after the end of the course you will be getting. Okay.
Sir, in pen or paper we can write, or we have
Yes,
to
pen
use
and
like
paper only.
right.
Sir,
In
one
your own hands.
attendance link will be shared on this by mail only or somewhere
No,
else?
no. Here in the Zoom and YouTube.
Okay, fine, sir.
So it will be handwritten, sir, not
Yeah,
typed.
practical handwritten, not typing or copy paste.
Okay, sir. Another query. There is a link for lecture materials and assessment. It is not opening.
We
sir.
are not using Microsoft Teams anymore.
Yes,
So
sir.
please ignore those.
Okay.
So I'll be sharing the lecture materials
Yes.
like after 1 or 2 days. Another link I'll be sharing. That will be a Google Drive link. So there all materials you'll be getting, as well as at the end of this particular program, you'll be getting a book where lecture materials of all sessions together will be present.
Thank
Right?
you, sir.
Okay,
Thank
sir. Okay, sir.
Any more
Sir,
doubts?
is it necessary to register in the website?
In which website?
In NIT Triple TR website?
Yes,
For,
obviously, if you have not registered, then you are not allowed for certification. Your name will not be there in the first list. If you have not received the confirmation from the academic section, so then you are not allowed.
Sir, I received through mail.
Like NI Triple T or
Yes.
Chennai, we have to
If you
have a
have
registration.
received the mail from NITTR Kolkata Academic Section or Training Cell, then only you are eligible for this program. Otherwise, you will not.
Only we have got the information, but not the registration. What we have did in the Chennai.
Not Chennai. You are in now
Portal.
Kolkata, not Chennai.
Like that, we don't have independent.
No, sir,
Yes, sir.
what we
In
are
the
asking,
Kolkata website.
Sir, I'm not getting
separate-
pre-test link, sir. Sir, can you please resend the pre-test link?
Sir, please check the chat box here also. You'll be getting.
But everything is disabled in the chat box, sir.
Chat box is disabled,
Chat
sir.
box you can
Ah.
see. Yes, you can see.
No, we
It is
can't see it
disabled,
right
sir.
now.
You can see, sir.
No,
Again,
we can't. I
will
can't see
write-
it right now.
I have posted. Please check.
Okay,
Sir,
thank
chat
you.
box is disabled.
Chat box is disabled. You cannot post, but you can see. Can you see now? Anyone?
Who is
yes,
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is there, sir.
Yeah, yes. See, it is there.
Sir, please
Yes,
scroll
sir.
up.
Right now it is open, sir.
Sir, attendance link is not there in the chat box.
Attendance link you will not get right now. Only quiz link you will be getting. Do not confuse. Okay, only quiz link is on. Attendance I have not given. Okay.
Okay, sir, fine. Thank you.
And chat box, scroll up or down, you'll be getting everything what I am talking. Because in the chat box, whoever is joining or whoever is leaving, that notification is also there. And why I have disabled, because everyone was posting good morning, good afternoon, and from where he belongs to, he or she. So you please scroll up or down.
Sir,
I'll take one more
when
question.
is
Last
the
question,
quiz
please.
result, sir?
Mhm.
Quiz result, sir. Quiz result from get the quiz result, sir.
Quiz results you will not get until I publish, and I won't publish right now. You'll get it at right time.
Sir, today we are getting the pre qualification.
Sir, why don't you see here what I
Hello.
have shared here?
Hello, sir.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
What
Sir.
it is written?
Just a minute, sir.
And
The
the
please.
same thing was sent to your email. What it is written here?
Apart from the, there will be 2 more tests. Pre-test you can appear will tomorrow 10:30. Final quiz will be on the day 12. Or any handwriting particular practitioner submission deadline 1 month after the course or end the day. Or sir nothing.
Then you understood that how many quiz will be there?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. So today we are getting the pre-test. Then after final quiz will be on the day 12.
No.
Yeah.
What it is there? You have not like gone through everything. So I cannot
Class
clarify
is 10:30
questions
and
like this.
1 p.m. quiz 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Okay.
So please read the instructions properly. Please read the emails. Okay. And after this, I will not be available for any kind of clarification. Because if we start clarifying questions like this, so then we will be having clarification course only, not a faculty development program. Okay.
Sir, there will be 20 quiz.
Yes.
Per day 2 quiz.
Yes.
And all the quiz will be answered by clicking the option
The
or
same link.
same link by clicking the option.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And the final quiz will be as written, handwritten.
No.
Yeah.
Final practical will be handwritten.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I request Professor Noskar to resume the session, please.
ఇస్తున్నానమ్మా ఇస్తున్నాను
Sorry. The few that organizing for optimization, I was talking about that. Organizing is a function by which an institute is able to define its role, position, the related jobs, and the coordination between the authority and also the responsibility. It has got certain kind of characteristics like any other functions of management. First one is called the basic function of an institutional management. It is the basic function of institutional management. It is the sub-process of institutional management. It is a continuous process and collective function of all authorities, involve the coordination of all resources. It is goal-oriented. It is to be considered as a team effort and lay the foundation of authority and also the responsibility. So these are some of the characteristics of the organization. Now here, some process of organization, let me also describe in this context. Identification and also the enumeration of the activities, division of activities based on the similar type of activities, and grouping up also activities based on the similar type of activities, assignment of the group of activities to the respective person, and the granting of necessary authorities for doing that, things in a proper way, coordinating the functions of various departments. So these are the some of the process of organizing. Some participants, they have raised their hand. Do you have any question?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I have not received any link for submission prerequisite or registration because there are link problem. So kindly share these links are in my mail. That
Okay.
can I all links you shared in mail.
Okay. Through your mail, that links, all the related links will be shared.
Okay, sir.
After lunch.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now here, this is a very important aspect that you have to keep in mind. These are called the stages of life cycle of institution and their features. That different stages of life cycle of institutions are being described over here, starting with the birth, then youth, then midlife, and also the maturity. Now, these are the different life cycle stages. The first one is called the birth stage. The birth stage talks about the inception stage without formal structure or no specific delegation of authority under this particular stage. And second cycle of the institution is called the youth stage. The steady growth of institution is being observed over here. And the main focus is to become the large organization. It becomes the customer oriented and develop the organic structure, and also the delegation of authority starts under this particular stage. And third stage of the life cycle of the institution is called the midlife. With the large and also the complex organization, structure becomes more complex, and also the formal hierarchy becomes more complex and gradually becoming organic structure to the mechanic structure. Okay, so this is called the third life cycle of the institution. And the next one is called the maturity stage. The focus on stability and also the security, loses the innovation and also the creativity, focuses on the profit and also the efficiency. And this particular gradually undergo the senility or the mature stage kind of things, maturity stage. So these are called the different life cycle of the institutions, starting from the birth, then youth, then midlife, and also the maturity stage. Now, also there are various terms normally we used to describe, but what is the relationship that here let me also mention. The interrelationship between the authority, responsibility, and also accountability. These are the various terms normally used to refer, but sometimes we used to refer that authority and also responsibility is similar, but authority and responsibility is not similar. Now, let me give some idea what do we mean by authority, what is responsibility, and finally, what is accountability of it. Authority is basically the delegation of power by senior faculty downwards to undertake certain kind of task. This is called the authority. That is called in terms of instruction, you can say, along with certain power. Similarly, the responsibility is called the obligation of an individual as per the instruction given by the senior faculty. The responsibility is basically I've taken certain responsibility. That means that it is my obligation of an individual to me as part the instruction given my superior or given by faculty member or senior. And last one is called the accountability. Accountability is called the obligation of an individual to work as per the standards of the institution. It's called that, accountability. Most of the cases we have seen that the authority and also responsibility and authority is being given by the accountability portion is missing, but that is not the good way of doing the job or good way of managing the activity. So you should be given accountability, or you should be held accountability along with the responsibility and also the authority. Now quickly let me give some idea regarding the team development. You understand that team development is also another important factor so that group work is concerned, teamwork is concerned. The team development has got different stages: the forming stage, then norming stage, then storming stage, and also the performing stage. And another stage is not being mentioned, which is called the adjourning stage. So any kind of team to be developed by undergoing these stages: forming, storming, norming, and also the performing. Now, forming, you understand that team acquaints and establishes ground rule. Formalities are preserved, and also the members are treated as strangers under this particular initial stage is called the forming. Then storming stage, members starts to communicate to each other their feelings, but still view themselves as individuals rather than the part of the team. They resist control by the group leaders and also show the hostility because they don't believe that he or she is the kind of my leaders. Okay, so this is called the second stage of team building. Third stage of team building is called the norming stage, that people feel part of the team and also realize that they can achieve their work if they accept their viewpoint. Under this particular stage, we accept that he is my leader and everybody will try to cooperate. And performing stage is called that the team works in an open and also trusting environment, but the flexibility is the key and also hierarchy is very little importance. Okay, so this is called the performing stage. Now these are called the 4 important stages of team building, and last one is called the adjourning. When the team achievement is being achieved, the team conducts an assessment or trying to analyze the problems and also the success stories of a particular point of time, and they implements the plan for transitioning the roles of recognition and also the members for their contribution. This is called the adjourning. I mean that they have finished that all the things and finally they are ready to accept another team or ready to form another team and to accept another job. These are some of the characteristics of a well or effective team. How we can understand that the team is very effective and also that good, a clear-cut definition or a clear defined goal, result-driven structure, unified commitment, a collaborative climate. These are called some of the characteristics, important characteristics. Standard of excellence, external support and recognition by the authorities, team goals and clearly understood by all members for contributing them in a better way. So these are called some of the characteristics of a well and effective team. Some other characteristics: thinking out of the box. Sometimes the team members are not supposed to think only in a organized manner. Sometimes they need to think out of the box also. Effective listening also. This is also another good characteristics or the characteristic of a good team or effective team. Understanding the individual responsibility. Each team members trust the judgment of others. The team has to be willing to take risk and supporting the attitude. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of a good or effective team. What are the different factors which will talk about whether the team is quite successful or not successful? Nature of leadership. I mean that who will be the leader and what is the characteristics and the nature, and team collaboration, also team dynamics, and also the engagement of team members. These are called some of the few direct, kind of determining factors which will talk about the why, where, when the team will be successful or not successful. Next one is called let me talk about partnership and parenting activities of an institutions. The partnership and parenting activities, if you talk about that, parenting activity, the first one you must keep in mind the alumni activity or alumni activity. Now, various roles the alumni can play for the institute, which are listed below. For example, that institutional supporters, then expertise, then goal partners, then mentors, along with others. First one is called the institutional supporter. Institutional supporter may be considered as one of the important activity of the alumni. As graduated from the institutions, alumni have a special connection with the institution, and as a result are likely to be some of the its more loyal for the, or maybe considered more loyal supporters. Second one is called the expertise. Talented alumni will likely to have a wealth of experience and skill to share with the current student via talk or maybe via newsletter or certain other kind of methodology. Global partner. Many a time alumni can act as an international brand ambassador and help out or the facilitate current student placement, and they can also help the institute in getting foreign faculty and also expert to enrich it as a part of your global partnership. And mentor, by acting as a role model, the alumni can also be asked to offer practical support for fresh career or the entrance. Counseling and also networking with the distinguished alumni can help the current student in their career path and also will be beneficial in the institute in getting the new feathers in the cap. Employability, alumni can be asked or bring real world corporate exposure to the current student for their benefit where the institute or the student can be enriched with the form of experiences of other of their seniors in terms of job trends, skill set required, and also the referral set, etc. Financial help, as alumni always feel immense gratitude to their alma mater, wants to stay connected with it, look ways to give back, hence with the pleasure in raising funds for the improvement of and also upgrade for the improvement and also upgrading the infrastructure for the teaching and also the pioneering research. So these are the some of the area where your alumni can really help to the respective organization. Suggested methods of establish or strengthening that alumni network in the present day context. Connect the useful information about your alumni. So some of the organization you have the strong alumni activities or group. Create personal map of the each alumni group. Personal map means that each of the alumni is having the different experience on different skill sets. So try to prepare a personal map for that. This particular alumni is having this expertise. This particular alumni is having this particular expertise. So this is called the personal map. Use tool to monitor your alumni engagement. The different tools are there to monitor that. Personally you can contact them. You can through social media you can contact them. Different tools are available. You can utilize them properly. If you use social media, as rightly pointed out, there to promote the networking or learning at kind of alumni. So these are some of the suggested methods of establishing the alumni network. Some suggested activities of alumni network in education institution includes hosting the events based on the specific. Institute can conduct certain kind of activities involving certain alumni. Hosting event based on certain specific interest. Hosting large event in conjunction with other colleges. Publishing an alumni magazine for the contribution from the alumni can be narrated properly. Newsletter with individual, professional, or personal update. Fund writing proposition for the specific causes such as scholarship fund for the unprivileged student. recruiting alumni, also the current student for internship and also the open positions. Okay. Again, let me talk about the how we can enhance the collaboration or collaborative activities. Collaborative research and develop project through collaborative research and development project between the industry and also the academic institution. You can enhance the collaboration through facilitating easy and also easy mobility of personnel among the institution, R&D laboratories. You can enhance the collaborative activities, promoting the institute industry linkage by diverse means or diverse mechanism. Involvement of industry in multi-dimensional activities, academic assignment like finalizing the skill set, up-to-date curriculum, industry supported lab, industrial internship, etc. Enhance the collaborative activity, involvement of faculty and the student in industrial problem solving and also the training of manpower. Finally, using the academic base labs and facility as incubator for the long-term or the exploratory research. So these are the ways and means is can enhance the collaborative activities through your organization. Institutional finance. Following up the some of the functions of the institutional education institutions so where the finance is concerned. First one is called the financial planning, is focused at systematic acquisition and also development of fund. The purpose of finance planning is stabilizing for financial position. Sources of finance is education institutions are restricted by nature. It is because of the regulatory framework and its permission or governance. Principal sources of revenue for educational institutions are related with the internal resources like fees, charges, educational external sources like grants in aid and also the donation. The fees are defined by the regulatory institution as such. The education institution cannot charge more or cannot change the fees more as what it is guided by the regulatory authority or the bylaws of the institution. So sometimes some of the institutions we have seen that their fees are enormously high, but they are not following that proper guidelines. In that case, unnecessary you cannot really increase your fees if it is not supported by the regulatory authority or even bylaws. So these are the some of the financial function for education institutions. Salient features of the financial management are like that. Education institutions are like that. Anticipating financial needs, acquisition of financial resources, allocation of funds to the scheme administration and allocation of funds, accounting and also reporting to the management. The function of finance is usually comprises of the three basic activity: acquisition, allotment, and also the distribution of profit and surplus. These are some of the sources of fund. Directives and circulars, notification, government regulation and other sources. Order issued by the government from time to time. Directives and reports of the educational departments. Published the annual reports by other financial data of the education institution. Internally generated financial report, receipt, and also the payment and other financial statement. Guidelines issued by ministry, UGC or AICT and other apex bodies. So these are some of the sources of financial information. Now, after going through this financial information, so where the institutional finance, you may not be the master for managing your finance, but this is the basic information every faculty and support staff should have. Okay, based on which that information I'm going to provide. Now here the stakeholder, let me talk about the stakeholders to education institutions. Who are the stakeholder in education institution? Everywhere, every type of organization, you will find out that there should be certain stakeholders. Similarly, in technical institutions or engineering education, you might have certain kind of Stakeholders. What the stakeholder? It has been mentioned over here. The management, the administrators, the managers, and the governing bodies, the faculty members, the non-teaching staff, the student parent, the potential employees, and the society at large. They are called the stakeholders. Why they are called the stakeholder? They have got certain kind of stake in that particular system. They have certain kind of, in case of anything goes wrong, they have certain kind of, they may put certain kind of question. So that's why they are being considered as a stakeholder. Okay. Who have every right to access the accounting information, some of the stakeholders. Some state government, that UGC, ICT, every right to got certain kind of financial information. Trustees and members of the society, donors, industries, business houses, alumni association, NRIs, that employees, and also the teachers organization, parents, and the student and society at large. So these are called some of the stakeholders who have got every right to access some financial or accounting information. These are some of the, in short, financial finance of sources of finance, external and internal and other or miscellaneous. Granting aid, loans, and capital and revenue receipt are called the external one. Collection of fees, consultancy, charges of services rendered for facilities or through rents is called the external. And other source of finance are also there in some of the organizations. Now, quickly, let me give some idea regarding the mentoring. The mentoring process is a common process. You understand that every educational organization, they are practicing it. The mentoring process is practiced through different activities like direction, like motivational or motivating, like coaching, like training, and like advice giving kind of things. So in general, it has been mentioned what are the methodology that mentoring process are to be practiced through motivation, through coaching, through training, through advice making, and through direction. You can do, or you can practice that in a mentoring process. Mentoring process to motivate success, training, optimum work, and inspire. These are called the mentor kind of or mentoring process. Now, mentoring process is basically described as a establishing the relationship or learning relationship between the individuals who collaborate and also the share mutual responsibility and accountability, for helping the mentees and work towards the fulfillment of the clearly mutually defined learning goals. Mentoring involves the sharing knowledge, experience, and also the offering and receiving the guidelines and also the advice. These are some of the things. There are certain myths regarding the mentoring process that you have to understand it. Otherwise, you cannot really involve in the mentoring process. One such myth is called the mentoring is one-way traffic. It's not like that. Mentoring is a both-way traffic, that you will have to have a relationship between the mentor and mentees. A mentoring relationship cannot be face-to-face. It's not correct. Mentoring process is even done through online process also, through email or ICT mode also. Mentoring is a time-consuming process. Mentoring is a time-consuming process, but still you have to start it. Otherwise, you cannot really involve in that particular process. It's a continuous process, but that doesn't mean that you cannot start it. So you'll have to start it, and automatically it will proceed or it will flow. Expectations are the same for everyone or every mentee. It's not like that. Depending upon the capacity of the mentee, there are different type of expectation will be there. Mentors must be younger. This is not always true. Mentors must not be a younger. This is not always true. Even some of the mentoring process, we have seen that very junior person may be acting as a very good mentor, understand, because of his or her special role or special knowledge or educational qualification. Developing a mentoring relationship. A few myths associated in the mentoring which needs to be understood. Developing mentoring relationship is complicated. Some people are saying like that in a relationship is development is complicated, but that is not a complicated at all. It can work only with the one mentor at a time. Different mentors provide unique knowledge to the mentees. Hence, more than one mentor can often with variety of learning experience. Mentoring relationship bring on its own. The characteristics of an effective mentor are like that. A mentor can identify the potential in others. He or she has got faith in the capabilities of others. He has the, he should be a resourceful or network guide, and he or she display the patience and the tolerance, and also he or she should inspire the others. These are called the some of the characteristics of an effective mentor or good mentor. Similarly, good mentees are having certain characteristics. He or she should be goal-oriented. He or she should take certain initiative, or show some willingness to learn, or she accept the personal responsibility. These are the some of the good characteristics of a good mentee, or characteristics of a good mentee. Mentoring process. What are the steps? Planning for mentoring. Then the phase of meeting or initial meeting, you just conduct. Observation, you just go for observation. Reflective conversation, and also ending the formal relationship, and close at the evaluation process. These are called the mentoring process. Similarly, these are coaching and other things there. I am not going to discuss over there. These are the some of the coaching process. Now here, let me discuss the last point in this presentation is the GROW model of coaching or mentoring process. The GROW stands for goal, reality, and kind of option and willingness. These are called that some topics that you would like to talk about it. That it should be goal. What do you want to achieve out of this particular topic? Describe that current situation. That is called the reality. The option, what are the different options you are having? And last one is the what action will you take? Okay, so this is called the goal model of coaching and mentoring process, related to the topic that you are going to discuss as a part of your coaching. The GROW model of mentoring process. Now counseling, that the counseling process, but what exactly the counseling is not, let me discuss over here. It is neither advice giving or not the dictation process. It is not the solving another problem, but helping him or her to solve their problem on their own. It is not the carrying another person's burden, but also assisting him or her to carry or face the problem on their own. It is not making decision on behalf of them, but it is helping them to take the decision properly and to solve it. Sorry. These are some of the counseling strategies. Maintain confidentiality, listen specially and also empathetically, and develop positive and also self concept. Sorry. Build positive and also self concept. Reflect employees' feelings. Ask open-ended questions. So this is all about, so where this presentation is concerned, and mandate this particular presentation is basically is a part of your NITTT 8-module program. Some of you are already completed the 8-module program of NITTT of ICT Government of India. There are 8 modules, and this is the module described over here is called the module number 8, Institutional Management and Administrative Procedure. This is the module number 8. Based on this particular module, that presentation have been made. There are other modules are there, but this is the module number 8, Institutional Management, as a part of your institutional management and administrative procedure. This is called the module number 8 of NITTT of AICT and Government of India. 8 module program. But some of the teachers, they need to participate for their promotion and all that. So this is all about from my side. Again, afternoon session, I'll be there to discuss another topic, curriculum revision and development. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. That I'll be sending my PPTs and material to Dr. Arpan Mondal. Arpan Mondal will also share to all of you. Thank you very much for your patience here. Arpan, are you there? It's okay. We can conclude the session.
Yes, it's okay. We can come back at 2 o'clock as scheduled.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. You may leave or you may get corrected also. We shall come back at the right time because already we have lost some time in the morning session. Thank you all.
Thank you all.